Hey, everybody, listen. I didn't think anybody's gonna be with us tonight, okay? Especially because it is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills first part reunion. But I'm here because I wanted to get out and I wanted to actually do it live. My recap on Love and Marriage Huntsville for all of y'all that are out there that actually are still watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I see y'all. Thank you guys for hanging out there with me. I see you, Flip, Sean, Miss Bella, Candace Speaks. With an S lover, I see all y'all. Let me first, before we get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville, I hate to change things up because of one bad apple. But last night when I was doing the what recap would we do? Oh, Married to Medicine. When I was doing the Married to Medicine recap, so which I probably don't know is when you are like when you're doing this StreamYard and these live streams, when people come backstage, right? Let me just let some of my friends up here. Hey, Maria.
Hey, how you
Thanks for
doing?
coming. Listen, so last night I gotta tell you what happened to me that was so crazy. So when you are doing these lives, right? And the people click to come up, they're backstage. I see everybody. Y'all probably see me, but y'all don't see everybody else, right?
Right.
So normally what I do is, so I was saying this, telling this to Sebastian earlier. So I have to wear glasses to read. So now I see the comments perfectly fine. Like if I take my glasses off, I see it a little bit. But then after a while, the lights I have, so y'all can kind of see me clearly, they'll start to get to my eyes, and maybe I won't see as good as I'm seeing from the beginning of the podcast, right? So as people start to come in, so no more than 10 people can be in the stream, right? Because that's how my count is right now. So, and I'm counted in that 10. So really it's 9 other people. And so when the people start to line up at the bottom, like I see them, and some people will have their avatar, and some people, like you, Roy, it'll be you, right? And I could clearly
Mhm.
see. So normally the same people, on the different shows, the regulars, they coming through. So I just tap, like, let you in, let you in, let you in. Like, hey, what's up, y'all, right? So as we was talking yesterday, I saw like someone down there. The name was different. It was new, but I couldn't really see it because it was during the time where my eyes were starting, the lights were starting to get to my eyes, right? But
Mhm.
I promise you, all I saw was something going like this, right? And I was like, is that somebody's finger? Right? So I'm just still looking. And normally, thank God I did not. I just tap and say add to the stream, right? So then you probably didn't notice. I took off my glasses, I cleaned them real quick, right? I put my glasses back on, and then I
Oh my
went like this.
God.
I went like this. OMG,
Not
someone,
swinging. Not
yeah,
swinging.
yeah. So what they would you So what they were doing, they didn't have their face. They was totally naked. So it was not their face. The way they positioned the camera, only their torso was in the camera. And so what I saw going like this was, you know what? And
Mhm.
you know what they was doing. And I was like, holy crap. I couldn't even believe it. And so then I had to make sure when I hit their box, their name, like I had to make sure I didn't hit add to the
Individual.
stream. I had to make
Mhm.
sure I hit kick out the studio. And I was like, OMG. So now I know why Sherelle always tells people that she don't know. I have to see your face first. Then
Mhm.
you can put your avatar back, and then I will let sick people. I'm
Yes.
telling you, I was in complete and utter shock. Yes, how disgusting. And I'm
Yes.
telling
So
you,
this same
they put,
thing.
huh?
This same thing happened to Dr. Heavenly. When she first was doing the pandemic and was on YouTube every day, she was
Uh-huh.
going live with people. She had to cut it off because she went live with somebody and they literally on her YouTube, and she had to snatch them down real quick because she posted it. I mean, so she doesn't go live with people anymore.
Oh my God, I don't blame her. So the person
Yeah.
showed their face to her first.
She just had so many people coming in the live. She was letting them in, letting them out, letting them in, letting them out. So she was
Oh,
just kind of letting, and you just let the wrong one in, and it just, yeah.
so I mean, are people like seriously, like how crazy is
But
that?
they were doing that on Zoom calls too. A lot of businesses were having that issue too. I know we had a
I,
similar issue like that at work one time. Somebody had tapped into our Zoom, and yeah.
oh my God. I was, yes, 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 yes. Oh my God. Yes. So
Wow.
I was so shocked, like, because like I said, far back, all I saw was some wave, and I was like, I literally
Hmm.
thought it was someone's finger. And then I took off my glasses, I cleaned it, and I bent closer, and I was like, oh my God, I can't, like, are people freaking crazy? Like, I
They are.
couldn't believe it. Like, there's so many sites and so many things and places you can go and do that stuff, and it's happily welcome. Why would you come to someone's stream and freaking do that? Yes, the freaks will come out even on social
Hmm.
media. I'm trying
It's
to
for
tell you. Yeah,
attention. It's the
yeah, yeah.
attention. Anything to
But no,
distract.
but not to be disgusting, it was way bigger than a finger. But when I was just sitting here looking,
Look, don't make me do my favorite. I will take us back last night.
but like I said, when I was looking, I was like, holy crap. Like,
Wow.
are you kidding me right now? But anyway, I only bring that up to say that, I love speaking to y'all. We have so much fun. Last night had me cracking up. Even when I was off the
Oh my
stream,
gosh.
I was cracking up to myself, right? So, and it's a shame now that if I don't know your name, but for the most part, we're cool, right? Because I recognize all the names, right? But unfortunately now, for someone, if you come through and I don't know your name and you don't want to show me your face real quick first, I'm not going to be able to let you up, because
Mm-mm.
there are gross, disgusting, ridiculous people out there. And I'm telling you, I saw what I saw and I was in shock. If I froze for a minute, probably if you go, I don't remember. We was all into the conversation at this point, but I promise you, probably if we go back to that particular time period in the video from last night, you probably see that I just froze for a minute and
I'm
was
gonna
like,
have to
what
go
the
back
heck?
and watch
Yes.
it. I gotta go back
Yeah,
and see if I can notice it.
I froze for a minute. I think I took my glasses off, cleaned them, and I went like this and was like, holy crap. So anyhow, anyway, yeah, when I told my sister, I was like, girl, I said, girl, she was like, you can't be saying, I was like, girl. And so I was like, if the
Wow.
person comes, and they had their name there. They had their freaking name there. So, but I was telling Canelo too that next time if I wasn't in such shock, I would have tried to catch the person so that I could have tried to report the person. But okay. So anyway, we're
Diva,
here.
you
Yes,
know
go ahead,
I,
Canelo.
I had to come up here and help you because, child, I told you, people just do this all the time. I'm like I told you, it was good that you kept your composure because I did
Mm-hmm.
not see you at all
Me
when that
either,
happened.
no.
And like I was telling you, make sure, as you were doing, make sure everybody show their face. If they don't do it, they can't come up. I had to come out the bed just to tell you this. I was in the bed, my back hurt, and I'm like, let me get up here and help my girl. Because we ain't going through this.
We're not doing this. Yet. Like I said, I don't want to be all graphic and everything, but it wasn't fun size. It wasn't. But anyhow, we're gonna move on, okay? It just appeared like that. I just saw something waving. I thought it was someone's finger, but no. When I got closer, a lot was going on. That person is ridiculous. But
Mm.
unfortunately, like I said, I'm gonna have to. If I don't recognize the name, I'm gonna have to say, show your face, or I can't let you in the stream. All right. So yeah, you missed the slide. It was a slideshow. It was a whole hot mess. It was craziness. But we got to get into this love and marriage Huntsville, what we came here for. Because can I tell you that last week's episode? What an episode, okay? And I want to start off with this. I don't know if any of y'all follow Destiny. Somebody is giving feedback.
Oh,
If so,
not
if you're
me.
not speaking, maybe I don't know who that is as I'm getting feedback from. Okay, so if you don't follow somebody still, are you hearing that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we good now?
We good.
Okay, so let me tell you this. So I follow Destiny on Instagram. And so I think Destiny realizes and knows now that the image that's coming across about her from Love and Marriage Huntsville is not that good. So where these people find their therapist at, I don't know. I don't know if they go on 1-800-therapist. I don't know if they Googling and getting these people.
Therapy for TV, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's probably what it is.
people. So she went live on her Instagram with a therapist, and the young lady says she's been doing this for over 15 years. She's a marriage and family counselor therapist. She's a life coach. She had a list of accolades of which she was. I don't know too many therapists that would agree to do a live with you to kind of hash out your situation and get you together. I think it's messy. I've been to a whole bunch of therapists in my life, and I never had one that wanted to do the session live, but whatever. So she's on the Instagram live with this therapist, and I think what they was attempting to do was push out a different narrative about Destiny. And all of these reality stars, when stuff starts to not go their way, they always want to remind us that, oh, that's TV. Although it's reality show, it's edited. So Destiny puts out that, you know what, it's a controlled environment that's highly edited, right? Well, here's the thing. If I don't drink, Canelo, and they got me on film drinking, no matter how much they edited, at the end of the day, I was still drinking.
You still drinking. You still drinking. You're still out there looking like a drunk. There ain't no matter what you can do. No matter how much editing, no matter how much cropping, no matter how much they can crop the drink and still, and it can be like water, but you're still alcohol.
Yes, and Miss Gigi, Destiny is a special kind of passive aggressive nasty.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good one. I love that. So she's on this live talking about how the editing and that so what happened was a lot of the fans from Huntsville, they're actually going to Madani, the store, and they're approaching her in the store about what's going on in the show. Some of them are boycotting the store, and she says the most love that she gets is from out-of-state fans coming to the show. She said that the fans, and I said, is this girl delusional along with her life coach? She said that her fans are disrespecting Black businesses, and she said people don't know how hard it is for a Black business to survive in this particular sector, the beauty supply store sector, and for them to not support, and she went to blah, 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 blah. She also said that, real bloggers create their own content because she's pissed about the bloggers talking about her. And she said the rookie ones, that they, meaning the reality star TV people, are their content, right? And I said, girl, you and your life coach are just as delusional as they come. First of all, the first person and the main person that disrespected your business, Destiny, was you.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
And if your life coach has not helped you figure that out, then I don't care how long this chick was in business. Both of y'all are delusional. Now, I ain't no Melnika fan, but I would say Melnika, whatever her name is, but I will say this, she gave Destiny the right advice. You shouldn't care who comes in your store. Friend, foe, enemy, whatever, let them come in and spend their money. So Destiny is off her rocker. She is very immature and she is messy. Yes, okay, it's Melnika. Yeah, Melnika.
Right.
Let's get into this. I just had to give you that tidbit. You can go watch her live. She thinks she's pulling the woe is me attitude and not recognizing the errors of her own ways. Wake up, Destiny. We're seeing who you are on this reality TV show. I don't care how much they're editing. They can't edit what you don't give them. Check that.
Hello.
So let's get into Destiny, right?
Come on and check that.
Okay, come and check that, boo-boo. Okay? Who gonna check me? We gonna check you, boo. Come on. So let's get into this whole thing. Really, to me, this particular episode was about the Madani relaunching, reopening, and the mess that happened at this particular thing. Destiny was standing in her own store. She had a huge opportunity. She missed about 7 opportunities while she was in her own launch party. And after I finish giving this recap, then I'm gonna let y'all all jump in, okay? So opportunity number 1 that she missed is accepting Stormi's apology. Now, I had issue with Stormi before, but I had a new light in Stormi. And guess what, Stormi? I like to have a fight with you so you can apologize to me with a dozen roses in a Gucci bag. Okay? I'm accepting your apology, hands down. Matter of fact, girl, I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to hug you. And I'm going to invite you over for dinner, okay? Nobody else, if you know that, walk through that door and have flowers or anything for Destiny. But yet, your so-called enemy did. And then Melnika had to tell you to knock it off and let Stormi come in because you was going to turn her away. So Stormi comes in, has these roses for you, and you standing there like a 2-year-old, throwing a tangent, not saying a word to her and telling her she could put the gift over there. Come on, Destiny. Are you serious right now? Accept the girl's apology. So then after Destiny, after Stormi comes in, then you think you still stewing like a 2-year-old that here comes Mel. She says hello to you. You don't even freaking hear her. Okay? You don't hear her. And so you want to act a crazy fool because you thought she walked in your store and did not hear you. But this is your home. Whether somebody walked in and said hello or not, this is your home. You should have went over and welcomed them in. And you should have had some discount, some presents, and said, listen, the first 100 people that buy some hair grease out of my beauty supply store is going to get 10% off and a free gift. You messed up, boo. And you know, they call it a reopening. Yeah, the reopening, she messed up. She's not probably on for this, but it made me think
Have you seen
about
Bob's Burgers, Diva?
That is so funny.
That is hilarious. Reopening.
The reopening. And she did a reopening, and still it was an epic fail because she had a bad attitude. Before we get into the rest, what do you think, everybody? I want to go around everybody. What do you think about this chick not accepting Stormi's apology with the dozen roses? And I think it was 2 dozen. But because my eyes may not be working right, I call it a dozen. In a Gucci bag. And you're not going to accept that apology? Are we serious right now? What do you think, Canelo?
First of all, I need to say this. Did y'all find that odd how editing did Contessa and Scott last week? How they was already in the building and then they showed them coming in the building, but they was already there. Did y'all not pay that no attention?
I did, but
in
my opinion, reality TV editing has become very lazy here lately.
Thank you. Yes. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one with 9 eyes looking at this.
Yes.
Because I was like, that was just disgusting. Now, get into Stormi. Now, I always said Stormi was problematic when she first came in because of the Valentine dinner. But after seeing this, I can see that she is more mature than, that thing that was standing over there. Because I'm like I said, I don't care how much, if me and Royer was fighting and he came and blessed my business with his, with support, I'm not going to turn it away. Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Canelo. Not just support, a dozen roses in a Gucci bag. That's
$2,000. And don't forget the Gucci bag either. I don't care. I don't want no person just give me a bag. I get the bag. And make sure the roses are yellow, not red, but yellow. Don't ask why. I don't either.
Them roses were yellow. But wait, hold on, guys. Fifi, you're absolutely correct. It's the reopening, and you don't got no doorbuster sample bags.
I know, right? She didn't put nothing
down.
together. She
Everything
didn't put
down. Go ahead, Kenil. I'm sorry.
put nothing together. But if Destiny, I look, I was so upset not upset, I was pissed with Destiny. Because first of all, you're not gonna sit here and tell us that all these people ruined your event when you started it off. Had you just let Stormi come in, hear her out, if you did not like what she said, just say, okay, I appreciate you coming. Thank you for the gifts. Look around, but you can't stay long. That been a conversation between you two. You can't stay long, but thank you for your support. Look around, see what you want. And then she had the nerve to say she gonna bring me a Gucci bag and some roses, but her product ain't in my store.
But see, wait, I'm glad you said that, Canelo. So hold on for 1.2 seconds. Your product, see, you're so stupid. You don't know how to do business. Had you accepted her roses, accepted her bag, made friends with her, maybe later on down the line, her products could have been in your store. So you was mad because her products are everywhere else. And they're not in your store, but they're not in your store because you got a stank, nasty, dirty, filthy attitude. And I'm not letting you represent my products in your store. Go sit down, Destiny, and get your entire life together.
I agree because I drugged her with a mop and I made sure she was dirty when I raised her out. Because she got on my nerves so bad that I'm sitting here like, you're gonna get upset because her products is not up in here. Did you actually see? Now Disney said they had not talked since the Valentine's dinner. They haven't talked since then. Have you even tried to reach out? Stormi reached out to her, but she didn't answer the phone. So my whole point is, how can you be upset with her? You need to be upset with yourself. Then let's get on to this whole thing about Mel. Mel walks in the door. The first thing comes out of her mouth, "Hey, Destiny." But then she gets upset when Mel walks out. Next time you come to somebody's store, you need to speak. See, if she didn't have that screwed up stank face on, look on her face, she would have heard Destiny. She would have heard Mel and Kimmy. And now I don't care for Tisha, but Tisha was throwing facts right behind Kimmy. She was piggybacking like, look, you need to let this go and, enjoy yourself. This is your event. These people are coming to support you. Why are you acting this way? And when they told her that Mel did speak, she was like, no, she did. No, she didn't. And then she goes in the back and talks to, I guess, one of her store people.
And her dad.
How you going to come at my event and not speak?
2-year-old. Hold on 1 second, Camilo. Pia, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Hey, Camilo. Hey, Diva. What kind of bag was it?
A Gucci bag.
Talk to me when it's a Louis Vuitton.
No, listen.
I can forgive you, but just talk to me when it's a Louis Vuitton. I don't want roses that are gonna die in a couple of days. Give me the roses that last really, really long. So
now, Pia, who's to say that Stormi didn't want to get her no Gucci? What if she said she wasn't worth it?
Then she won't worth it. Destiny gives me a Kmart tee.
Child, she is Kmart.
Wait, hold on, Common Sense. You got to give me more. Destiny says she lost the Gucci bag?
I thought next week she's going to tell Stormi that she's giving it back because she's nobody's charity case.
Yeah, I saw that, but apparently, this is real time now. Dad, y'all got to tell me more about that. Stormi made it clear any company that wants her products has to go through the website directly. Destiny doesn't have her products because on the Canvas Beauty website, wholesale price is $25,000. Good googly mind. Good googly mind. Good googly mind. She could have sold it and made money that she did in that sales that day. There were only about 12 people there. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to tell you. You know why? Because the whole town of Huntsville don't want nothing to do with her. But Pia, did you finish what you wanted to say?
Yeah, I'm good.
Pia with the shade.
What do you have to say? Should she have accepted Stormi's apology?
Well, first I have to say hi. I haven't seen you in so long. Hey, everybody, but especially Diva, I thank you for having me because I have a difference of opinion and you always let me come up and say how I feel. And so I'm pretty sure things will get kind of hectic later. But in reference to Destiny, I'm going to go against the grain here. I definitely think that it was passive aggressive. It was unprofessional. Even her store manager was trying to conduct herself better and trying to speak and, offer assistance. I thought that was, I can tell that she hired the right person for the job. However, what I saw from Destiny, I think Destiny is beautiful, but I think it was passive aggressive. I think she doesn't want to have anything to do with Stormi because she doesn't want to have anything to do with Mel. And Canelo, when you were saying, and I love you, Canelo, but when you were saying, oh, Destiny was pouting so bad she didn't even acknowledge Mel when she came in and said hi. You're right, because Mel shouldn't have even came inside. But I know
agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree.
I love you,
Diva. I was gonna crush a pearl, but I agree with you. But if I'm there to support you, but see, we got to remember it was I don't know who said it, but it was an open invitation. It was online, so and then not only
Stormi said it.
And Stormi said it. She sure did. So, and another thing, production, you got to go regardless of the fact. Regardless, and see now, Stormi did bring up they didn't go they didn't do mail like that because mail has invites only. Destiny did it. So if she would have did invite only, then she wouldn't have had that problem. But since it was open invitation and it was on the website that anybody could come, she can't get mad then. But I do agree with you.
Well, we can't do invite only because if we do invite only, then it would have only been 2 people.
Well, see, this is where it becomes problematic, right? Yes, but it was a public event and only 12 people was there. That's a problem.
It is a
That's
problem.
a problem. So Destiny, if Stormi and Mel didn't come, you would have only had 10 people. Did you really want that? Did you really want to see only 10 people at your event for your reopening? I don't think so. Sebastian, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation? Should she have not just accepted this dozen roses and this Gucci bag as an apology?
Yes, she should have. Because listen, those are the highest valued things that Destiny would ever touch in her lifetime. So she should have accepted them. And first of all, her little grand opening thing was not even a grand opening because I did not see any customers. All I saw was just castmates. I saw no lines and I saw empty shelves. That's what I saw. It was low budget.
Oh my, empty shelves.
Oh, empty shelves. I thought I saw at least 2 or 3 products on the shelf. I didn't think they was completely empty.
Listen, wait, Stormi did an interview with DJ Richie Sky, everybody saying, and so Destiny lost the bag. That's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. You lost the bag. So if you was carrying a bag, I don't know what kind of bag it was. I don't know if it was a little while. I don't know what it was. But if you was carrying a bag, you really lost your bag with all the valuables in it. That's another thing. Destiny is just disrespectful. I would have never told a person who gave me a gift that I lost it. You better believe I would have took myself back to the Gucci store, bought that same purse again, and no one would have been the wiser. She is messy. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why she gets treated the way that she gets treated. Candace speaks. You're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation? Candace, can you hear me? I don't think Candace can hear us. So let's continue on, right? So yes, Mel came. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, Roy. That's right. Go ahead, Roy. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear my boy Roy ear because we fight.
And we may fight. The history that they have, the apology I can accept. The
Yes.
gift, no. I am a believer that I don't take things from people that I am not. If we still
Good
getting
with.
to know each other, if we're still, on rocky terms, I don't take nothing because I don't know. I'm just a real believer. I don't know what you prayed over this thing. I don't know what you did to this
Well,
thing.
I hear you.
I don't know about all of that. So I am very careful of receiving gifts from certain individuals that we are not, it's not an even exchange or, you just giving something to me. It felt very like Stormi was trying to get back into her good graces, but then again, at the same time, it was like, here, bitch, take this, because I can do it, and you're gonna take it, and there's nothing else you can do about it. So now what? That's just what
But
it gave
Stormi
for
Ben
me.
had the bag. She been had the bag and was trying to give it to her. She was trying to make amends a long time ago.
Yes, and it was very wrong for Destiny to turn her away from the party. I just felt that Destiny really handled this very immaturely, this whole situation, very immaturely. But accept the apology, don't accept the gifts.
I hear you. But Chosen for CJ, you are correct. It was hot in that store. So on top of everything, the reopen it, and you don't have no air conditioner.
Low budget. Low budget.
Now, that is low budget.
Give me that fan. Let me have that fan over there.
They were in there fanning themselves down. Okay.
Just like Candace's music video thing.
Well, don't be not.
It was low budget, but it was still good. Regardless,
it was still good. Try back, whatever.
That was a good one.
So they was fanning up in there. So Mel comes in, right, and Destiny is all in her got her panties in a bunch. When Mel walked out, because Destiny, to me, she's holding on to a lot of grudges, right? So she's just pissed at Melanie. This is my opinion. I think that she wants to be at that same level, same status as Melanie. And because she's not, she's pissed. Okay.
But she got to work for it, Diva. She got to work for it. She just can't come on the show and pretend like it's going to happen overnight. Melanie has been on the show since season 1, and she's been probably working in the community before she came on the show. So we don't know what she did before she came on here to get that status. She can be jealous. And then furthermore, I'm glad she gave up the singing career because her behind can't sing.
Cool.
Destiny.
Oh, I don't even remember what she was trying to do.
That's how irrelevant it was.
Yeah, she pulled that song out because she wants to be Melanie. Fifi said hot food, plastic cups. How dreadful. How dreadful.
I can't with Fifi either. I'm liking Fifi tonight.
I mean, look who catered the event.
Well, since we're going there, let's go there. Let's. But before we go there, let me say this. Melnika, I wasn't really feeling her for several reasons. Because I'm like, why are you here? In the beginning, you were sleeping with Martell. Then you was going to be the wedding planner. She just all kind of messy to me. But I will say this. What she told Destiny about business and how to knock it off, I'm going to give Melnika some points for that. Because she was absolutely correct with what she tried to tell that chick. But even, I'm going to give it to Kimmy. I'm going to give it to Tisa. They tried to tell Destiny, get your life together, girl. Like, this is your business. This is your store. This is not how you do business. But what did she was standing there like a toddler, like a teenager, like a brat, and giving all this face and all of this neck and all of this stuff. And that's why you can't sell no products off those half-empty shelves. You're not ready. You're not ready. And when the doors close, blame it on yourself. Blame it on yourself.
If I was Melanie, I wouldn't have even went. Sorry. If I was Melanie, I wouldn't have
had to go. She was contractually obligated.
We know, but we're just saying that, you know what? Melanie could have went and stood outside. That's how she could have gave.
At least she got paid. She was there. She didn't go in, but she got paid.
Yes, she
needed to go gather. She needs to go gather Miss Mom Wanda.
We had
to go gather, but I just had to give Melnika a shout out. So let's get down with this stuff, right? Miss Wanda is a piece of work. She sure enough is a piece of work. She's low, she's grimy, she's dirty, because what you're not gonna do is question the paternity of sugar mama. Okay? We're not gonna do that, Miss Wanda. You don't question the paternity of sugar mama. She pissed me off to the point where she was even pulling out her phone. And she wanted to show a picture of the other guy. And she said that sugar mama looked like the other guy. Miss Wanda is just low down and dirty. Then Miss Wanda, I hate to say that. Forgive me, everyone. Miss Wanda is acting like she's from the other side of the tracks.
She is, Viva. I told you that. She is.
What do you guys mean by that? I'm too young to know that. What does that
Listen,
mean?
I'm joking. Hold on one second. I'm joking because Marceau said that Tisa's family was from the other side of the tracks, so that's why I'm joking.
But that's not no joke. That's real.
Not a joke.
They for real are from the other side of the tracks.
Yeah, she's other side of the tracks, right? So she's gonna keep running around and trying to get back outside and fight people. Now we gotta throw this in there, and then I'll go around everybody. And Marceau is telling Tisa to stay out of it, because if you get in it and something goes down, I'm gonna go to jail. And you know what, Marceau, he better write the book. He gaslights everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He gaslights every freaking body, because he gaslighted Martell at the situation. And Maurice had to even say, nah, Miss Wanda was talking about the baby. She was talking about the baby, because Marceau tried to act like, that Miss Wanda was not. Okay. So then, but I give it to Mel. Mel came and confronted Miss Wanda and said, you know what? You're going to keep Sugar Mama name out your mouth. Okay, you want to shut up about that. Tisa, she got in it too. She meddled her way in the situation. And when they was talking to Martell, I'm gonna tell you, Maurice almost Maurice almost got hurt. Okay, but the unfortunate part for Martell is that he's up against two brothers. But I'll tell you what, he didn't punk out. So we're going to go around the room, and you want to tell me, what did you think about this whole Madani debacle? That's what it was, a debacle. Sebastian, what are your thoughts?
First of all, I want to say this. Mama Wanda's food looks so unappealing and so just disorganized that I would never want to even eat it. It could be good. It could be good, but it's just so disorganized that I don't want to be near it. And she deserves everything that she gonna get. I wish Melody put paws on her. I wish she did. And Tisha, I wish Tisha and Melody got into it, because Tisha out here trying to defend her mama's actions, while your mama just last week or 2 weeks ago was saying that your man has kids outside. Another thing is, why is Marceau defending that same mama? That same mama who was just saying that you have mistresses, college girls, and etc. outside here. I'm telling you, Tisha needs to put her geriatric ass mama in a nursing home.
Wait, don't do that right now.
I know.
Don't do that right now, E.
I agree with you 100%, E. I agree with you 100%.
Oh my God.
We finna fight.
But E, don't do that, E. Miss Mel started the entire thing. No more protect Miss Wanda. You know what? You question the paternity of Sugar Mama? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna come to y'all. E, what would you like to add to this conversation?
So this is the part where people are not going to like me. So I'm going to tell you right now, Miss Wanda is the voice of reason on this show. She is the woman of wisdom. And I'm going to put it out there. Miss Wanda didn't say anything wrong on Saturday night. When Miss Wanda didn't question the paternity of whatever the baby name is. Martell
mama.
questioned the paternity, and all Miss Wanda did was repeat. Miss Wanda was coming to the defense of Martell, feeling like he had been done wrong and cheated on in his marriage, and she wanted to make sure that he understood that was his child because he questioned it first. Miss Wanda was fighting the Lord's work, if you ask me. I feel like Miss Wanda, she carried the whole episode. If you ask me, it wouldn't have even been no episode if it wasn't for Miss Wanda. If we want to talk about it.
Well,
And then
I do have one thing I have to disagree with you on. Now, you are correct with that whole point. She did say that. However, the moment she was in that store, she did say that that Martell needs to get a DNA test because she believes that that's not that man's baby. And she said exactly what she said, and she's standing right in it. So she did.
Yes.
Well, we should applaud Miss Wanda for standing 10 toes down because Destiny doesn't stand 10 toes down. Melody doesn't stand 10 toes down. Miss Wanda is the only person who says what she means what she say, even if she's wrong. But in this instance, Mel, we know that Mel lies. We know that. We know that Mel cheats. We know that her and Martell are the same.
I don't know that part. I don't know
about all that. But I can ride with the lies.
But I do know she lies. I do know that.
Hold on, guys. Because apparently, Fifi, I love you, but what's going on with you tonight?
Fifi, what's happening?
Yes, Fifi.
Mel did start this mess.
That's right.
Okay, I want to say this.
Wait, hold on one second, Canelo.
Okay.
In the chat, y'all gotta let me know. Do you think that Mel started this, or that Miss Wanda is the problem? I'm gonna say it one more time for the people in the back. You do not question the paternity of Sugar Mama, okay? That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. The paternity of Sugar Mama. I do not like it. It's disrespectful. Before I move on, is there anything else you like to say?
Well, I know we're going to get further into the fight, aren't we?
You can go ahead and say what you want to say now, because I'm emotional.
Well, here's the thing. Mel came to that hair show or whatever that clearance sale at Madani, and she did that. She carried right on outside of that hot box, and she walked right over there to that food tent. Didn't you see her go to that tent? And the first thing that she did was she said, "Okay, I gotta go live, for a live." So you came to be a bully. And what did Wanda say? I'm from Bessemer. What's up? So you came looking for a fight and you got something. Now,
Are you from Bessemer? Are you from Bessemer?
No, I'm not.
I'm not. But my grandmother is, and I can tell you about that city.
Okay, but hold on, wait, give it a minute, Canelo. Go ahead, finish, E.
And so when you got in this woman is old enough. This is your elder. You should be getting advice from Miss Wanda. And so for you to get in Miss Wanda and talk about what you're not going to do, talk about your child, if Mel didn't want anybody to talk about that rumor, that she should have never walked over there to that lady and put her hand in Miss Wanda's face. For me, I was flabbergasted. I wanted to come through the screen and how dare Marceau jump in between Tisha trying to hold Melody back from fighting on her mother. You don't ever let anybody come and fight on your mom. Are you kidding me? Tisha loves her mom. I could not understand Marceau getting in between that. And if you ask me, Tisha should have turned around and slapped the dog out of Melody. Melody's mom.
Okay, wait, hold on one second. Let me just read this super chat. B and DJ, thank you so much. Miss Wanda is the gutter snipe, okay? Gutter snack. In case y'all are not hearing me, because some people are still talking about yay, Miss Wanda, yay, Miss Wanda. In case y'all didn't hear what I said, you do not question the paternity of Sugar Mama. It's disrespectful. And I'm not here for it. And I'm emotional. Did you finish, E?
Yeah, because the other part was Miss Vanessa was standing right there. And we can't say that Wanda is messy when Wanda is trying to be what do you call it, a mother-in-law to all of these men, to Marceau, to Martel and Maurice. And you got somebody like Vanessa trying to be a sister wife. She's sleeping with the son-in-law. You have to understand it. And so we have to know that this is a stock that raised Melody. Okay? This is where Melody comes from.
It's hilarious.
So it's just mess on top of mess. And so when they had Miss Wanda in the store, I was getting claustrophobic for Miss Wanda, that Maurice wouldn't let her out the store, and she had to go around back and run around. I got hot. I had to get my fan in the house. Next time I'm gonna come on camera so I can demonstrate. Listen, when Miss Wanda came around that car, and that producer tried to hold Miss Wanda back, and Miss Wanda fell on that car. Diva, my heart hurt. You can't be just blinking old people like that on top of cars. How dare you? I was at a loss for words. And at that point, I felt like Tisha should have intervened because it was fighting time. I mean, I can't put it no other way, but I'm going to let other people speak because I got a few other opinions that I know we're going to get into it. But definitely.
Okay, we're going to let somebody else. We're going to let somebody else speak. But hold on. I love my mama. But if she's out here in other folks' business like that and trying to fight children, I can't support that. Okay, can't support that. Yes, but go ahead, Pia. Let me come to you. What did you think about that?
I have never laughed harder in seeing an old woman get smushed in the face and falling apart my whole entire life because she had it coming. She had it coming. Okay. All right. She had it coming, and I was laughing hysterically when it happened. I was like, yep. Yeah, I would have done the exact same thing. I would have smushed her in her face until she fell on that Nissan. Okay.
Oh, I can't. Y'all killing me tonight.
I'm sorry. And advice. Why would I want to get advice from someone who can't even enunciate a vowel?
A-E-I-O-U.
Thank you.
And sometimes why?
I mean, when she went down, I went timber.
I cannot.
Well, let me say this. B and BJ, thank you so much for the super chat, and you are correct. Wanda's a female little boozy sugar mama. Again, we gotta let everybody know this. Sugar mama is off limit. Okay. Let me go to Royer really quickly. What do you feel about this situation?
This was very emotional for me.
Yes.
I could not believe that some of my favorite Black people on television were opening a business and coming to support a business and coming to be at a business, coming to, launch your new business. And this is how we act. It was a shame for Destiny to act the way she did. I am ashamed of Melanie. Melanie came in with a plan and a plot, and she executed it. Melanie came to tear up some stuff, and that's exactly what she did. And it's
Wait, hold on, Royer. I'm gonna let you finish speaking, Royer. But hold on. Somebody is acting a fool trying to say sugar mama, my little precious baby, that her daddy is not her daddy. You darn skippy. If I know she's about to be somewhere, I'm about to show up and we gonna get it in. You keep my baby name out your mouth. Keep sugar mama name out your mouth. And don't be telling my ex that he need a paternity test. That's his baby. He signed the birth certificate, and no matter what, sugar mama belongs to him. Go ahead, Royer.
So as I was saying, Melanie confuses me because, Melanie just gives me this back and forth, last season, and even earlier this season, Melanie was talking about we're in a positive place and we're doing positive things. We ain't arguing and fighting. We ain't doing all of that. I'm not giving you that energy in that time. But
Well,
then
when it
today
came
we
to the
show
sugar
up.
mama,
And I agree. Kids is off limits. Miss Wanda shouldn't have did that. But there was a way to handle that. There was a way that I expected Melanie, because I really enjoy the positive, uplifting side of Melanie. I really, really do. And this just kind of dragged me down to the ground, to the gutter with Miss Wanda and the rest of the people. And
So
I just
basically what you're saying is you also felt like you were getting smushed in the face and falling on somebody's Nissan Altima.
no, I don't feel that way. I just feel I wanted Mel to do better. I didn't want her to be like Miss Wanda, because that's what you ended up doing. You stooped down to Miss Wanda's level and you did some stuff that Miss Wanda would do. And I feel like Melanie's better than that.
Not when it comes to Sugar Mama. Mel knew the assignment and she executed it. You're going to not be sending rumors around Huntsville, Alabama about Sugar Mama, because you're going to get hurt. But okay, so her, yes, who's that?
It's me, E. Can I say one point that I think everyone is forgetting?
Yeah.
And who's in the box next to you, Diva? I forgot. I know Canelo and I know you, but Royer, I love you, baby. I just forgot your name. My apologies. I wanna throw out a new dynamic to this. And I love you, but Mel is no better than Miss Wanda. She's actually lower. And when you think about it, even Martell told us Mel don't even be with those kids. She don't know those kids' birthdays, their favorite. Martell says she pawns those babies. She pawns those babies off of any babysitter she can find. Those kids be with Miss Vanessa. Those kids be with her brother. So she can't act like, oh, Sugar Mama's not baby. Don't talk about my baby. She need to raise those babies. That's what she needs to do. But go ahead, Diva. I'm sorry.
I'm in pain right now.
Y'all thought I was problematic. Right, that was real problematic.
Oh my God.
And listen, everybody, I see y'all. I'm getting to y'all. Don't worry, I'm getting to y'all. But go ahead. I need a whole nother cup of tea now, because you done killed me. Come on now. Don't do that to Mel. Don't do that to Mel. Go ahead.
Well, I gotta give it to Roy Air. For as much as I hated the part about seeing what's supposed to be Black excellence act as ratchet as Wanda. Okay. Now, Wanda is problematic and has been to me ever since the show came on. Like, I'm like, she needs to go either be with Mama Joyce in the OLG and take some geriatric vitamins, trying to always be up in young people's business like this. But then when somebody steps to you, they're wrong because you're all of a sudden an elder. You should have thought about your Geritol when you was making those comments, lady. If you didn't want somebody to come talking back to you, I'm sorry, but I have every right to go live on my Melanin Case phone and talk about it if you was talking about it. But she did activate Wanda in the worst way, because she did come down here. And Wanda was like, oh, yay! Whoopee! She went on. She was activated. All the letters, all in one, right? And once that happened, it was just a continuation. I was like, I think that Destiny needs to pick a new location. That place hasn't been successful. The energy in there is whack. She's whack. Who has an opening? She should have been watching Dr. Heavenly's grand opening.
Come on now, that part.
That's how you do a grand opening.
You guys,
right? Because she could have taken notes on how to pretend to be a businesswoman watching Dr. Heavenly go around and greet the people with a smile and have a nice time and create a mood and an energy inside of her establishment. Right. But Destiny missed the mark because she was too bad trying to wear Melody's skin. Okay. She needs to enjoy the skin that she's in and stop trying to. Okay. And then how did she miss the
but hold on, Curves. I feel like they tried to play Dr. Heavenly's hair opening the way that actually Destiny's hair opening was.
Because Destiny's hair opening. Definitely.
That's what the people tried to say Heavenly was doing, but.
Yeah. Dr. Simone, Had she been to Destiny's, that's a real hood ghetto place. But Dr. Heavenly's comparatively is not. That was the most ratchet freaking opening I've ever seen. To have the business owner chasing people out, yelling at them twice, not just Melody, but then go after Van, and then have your employee have to hold the door. So that whole energy, they were on one. Melody, I feel like she had a right to go up there and try to go live. Now, that wasn't the exact right moment, Melody. You brought ratchet to a business, and you would not appreciate it if somebody brought that to your 7th Avenue skincare line opening and decided to confront you about talking ish about Destiny. Like, let's say, had Destiny wanted to talk to her about what you said, you'd let me $5,000 at a 7th Avenue event, Melody would be hot, okay? So that was the wrong place, right message, in my opinion. And then the other part about Maurice being the equivalent to Giselle's hand in Real Housewives of Potomac, because it was Real Housewives of Potomac, Giselle's hand, that started the fight, and Maurice acting like a linebacker, first with Miss Wanda going like this in front of the door. I got it. Remember, he was trying not to let her leave. Out the back, and she still ran through the parking lot, y'all. She ran through the parking lot. Like that lady, her knees are like Meg the Stallion, the way she was running through the parking lot.
Gutter snipes know how to fight. I mean, curves. Gutter snipes know how to fight. They know how to target.
That was just too messy, too ratchet. I hope they can make it out of the ratchet hell that they have created.
I will give you this, right? It was, not a right thing to do at a place of business, but it didn't matter. The only people that was there was kind of friends and family anyway.
But can I say something to Curves? You brought up a good point about that knee, and my knees started feeling the type of way. I was getting PTSD just by listening. I think if Miss Wanda, if you're listening, you need to call Ken Nugent, one call, that's all, and make the home producers pay you for that knee burn and for that backache for falling on that car. Go ahead.
Now, I'm giving that
let me Kenila, I'm gonna come back to you. Give me a minute. I'm gonna let Desi, you're in the building. What would you like to add to this conversation?
I got a lot to add. I'm about to blow up the spot.
Oh,
listen.
Well, Desi, 1 second. Desi, 1 second before you speak. Listen, Sugar Mama is off limits.
Absolutely.
This is a Sugar Mama free zone. This is a Sugar Mama free zone over here.
The last person stated that Mel shouldn't have brought ratchetness to the business. There was no business. It was just a building. Destiny dropped the bomb on herself when she said, well, why they coming up here with this mess? I'm not even in the building. That's why you had nobody from the public there. They said it's a Dollar Tree across the street that was busy. It was packed. They couldn't allow the public because it wasn't a real business, just a building. That's why she brought ratchetness just to the building, not the business.
Those shelves were very sparse. You're right.
You saw nobody from the public that was there. The AC didn't even work. So that's why everybody was hot anyway. That's why they had those fans. The AC didn't work.
Look, I'm not gonna let y'all do Destiny like that, okay? She painted those black shells.
She should have painted an AC unit and then act like it worked.
I mean, she did a fabulous job hiring someone to paint those black shells.
She did all this. But I'm gonna kind of go backwards.
Yeah.
Wanda, I know about IMMATURE and it's ratchet, and it's been like that for decades. Miss Wanda was wrong, and a lot of us are looking at it, and we're gauging this real time. This was not real time. This was filmed back when there was a lot going on social media. That was when Wanda was running rampant on social media, and she was saying the most despicable things.
Yes, she was.
Melody went on Carlos's King live, and she hit back at what Wanda was already saying and doing on social media when she talked about Letitia's nasty father, who has been exposed for messing with underage girls and impregnating them. So, yes, he has a lot of little kids with young girls out here. But she came back. All she said was, her ex-husband was in my DMs. That's not talking about your child.
No, it's not.
That's talking about
her child is also grown too, Desi. Don't forget that.
Who had no respect for his own daughter. And you in her nemesis DMs complimenting her. You had no respect for your own child. You was so going by your emotions that's in your pants. You didn't even think about your child. Martell did not question the paternity of Sugar Mama. This is predicated on the live he did with Dr. Heavenly. The one that child that Melody sent on to glory, she didn't have after Sugar Mama. Martell was questioning the paternity of that baby.
Yeah.
Dr. Heavenly thought he was questioning the kids. She said, no, all those kids are mine. I'm not talking about that. Those kids are mine. She was talking about the one that she AB'd. That's what he was questioning. So that one of the callers was incorrect that Miss Wanda got it from Martell. Miss Wanda was lying the whole entire time because she said I was, then I wasn't, then I was, and I wasn't. Martell never questioned the paternity of Sugar Mama, just the child that Melody sent on to heaven. But it was a lot of nastiness that was going back and forth during that time frame. Melody stated that this was filmed between May and August. And so it was hot. So I'm not sure which month this was, but it was a lot of nastiness going back and forth. So that's why she came in there. But as far as coming up to Destiny's Destiny. Okay, here we go. Destiny, just shut everything down. You lack emotional intelligence and you have no business acumen. And I see why your husband divorced you 72 hours later after giving birth. Okay. You knew that this was a public event. I would have made them buy everything in the store.
Right.
You buy these 10 items and you buy 10 items, let me sell out.
Yeah.
I'd have had little gift baskets. Even if you didn't want, I'd have had gift baskets. Baby, did the register even work? I ain't even see nobody behind the didn't work. When you ready for sale, your daddy was looking at you like she crazy. This is what I go through all the time. The daddy didn't even want to be there with you. He was looking at you like,
that's sad.
Didn't I tell you about your attitude? But she didn't even have something ready for people to buy. I didn't see the rest of the cast looking to buy nothing.
Right.
Like, baby, what is this here? We don't need this just for me. We grown. That's all you got on the shelf. You just got just for me for little kids. I mean, I would have put some
just buy one, get 12 free. So
oh my God, y'all are shady.
So wait a minute, Desi. Dr. Love, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
So about her not selling anything, someone said that her business was not open. In which I believe that because all the cast was there. And if I'm not mistaken, when you do an opening, you want everybody to come and buy. And nobody left out of there with a bag. I mean, you could have bought an eyebrow pencil, something. Yeah. So I don't think that business was open. It was just for show and just for TV. And here is one thing I think we all have to think of. The Scotts forever have been trying to take over that show.
Yes.
So know the last episodes was all about the Scotts. So Melody had to come back in there and bring that drama and bring the ratings back up. She had to. And thanks to Drama Grandmama, she helped her out. She gave her a reason to come on there and act a fool.
Yeah.
So, and those ratings went out the roof. If you compare the last shows with the Scotts, when they call themselves, we can handle this show. And what's his name? Carlos King allowed them to say, okay, well, let's see. But then the next thing you know, the ratings was under 500,000. When Melody came back, the ratings shot right back up. And
Melody is the show. She is the show. Right. So, every scene someone is discussing Melody. She is the show. I don't see that show doing too much without Melody on it. But I heard, I don't know how true it is, that Melody has a spinoff. Is that true?
No, she has her own production, like her own show.
She's producing a show
on a whole other network. with her own show, with like her own production company. It's like 3 of them. It's a group of them who have done a whole nother show on a whole nother network.
Passion, I'm gonna bring you up. You ready? Okay. Passion, how are you? What do you want to add to this conversation?
I want to say that Melanie was wrong. Melanie was wrong as a grown woman. That should have been a one-on-one conversation. That's what was wrong with the whole situation. She went there for drama. And drama should not have been part of the situation.
Why not?
That's what I'm feeling about it.
But Passion, I gotta ask you this. You know, I'm all for order and organization and doing things at the right time. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna question the paternity of Sugar Mama. Now that's when all bets are off. That's when I throw all rules out the door. You're not gonna question the paternity of Sugar Mama, and you're not gonna tell my ex-man that he needs to get a paternity test. And you're not gonna pull out your phone.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Yes.
Ask Martell if he's the baby daddy. Ask Martell, is he the baby daddy? We're gonna question it. We're gonna question it. None of us was there. None of us was there when Big Sugar Mama was made.
But Tell
let's question it.
He said that on Dr. Heavenly Line, all 4 of his kids with Melody.
He said it, but did he take a DNA? Did he take a DNA?
Why you gotta take a DNA though? If he's signing
the baby daddy.
He said,
but if he's going what he is going what Mel said. Mel said he was the baby daddy.
And he didn't say he was the baby.
Mel said he was the baby daddy.
If he's stupid enough to take her word for it, that's on him.
Hey, he signed the birth certificate, so
the fact that
it doesn't work that way.
The fact that Sugar Mama looks just like all the other kids means nothing to y'all.
Because they got the same mama.
The same mama and the same daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know.
Daddy. Y'all
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. I got children that look like my dad, my baby daddy, but he's not the father. He is not the father.
If that's what you know, Keisha daddy need to get a.
I say if he does not get a DNA, Sugar Mama, we don't know if Martell is the father.
He knows.
You know, I agree with Passion. I agree because you know what? At that reunion, Mel said she could not remember performing fellatio, and that's such an odd thing.
Correct.
Who knows what's been going on?
Well, how you know they're not lying now?
Well,
how you know they're not lying now?
Hold on one second, guys. Y'all know how I feel. Thank you, Sasha. But what we're not going to do is question the paternity of Sugar Mama. Okay? Sugar Mama is off limits.
Right.
I love your passion. I love your passion. But you having me clutching my pearls here. We're not questioning the paternity of Sugar Mama.
Yeah, Sugar Mama should be.
All I'm saying is this. Let's think logically.
Okay, we're going to
Mel went there for drama. Yeah. Okay. Mel could have stayed at home. Yes. One moment. Let me just speak.
Okay. I'm gonna listen.
Okay. Mel went there for drama. Mel could have left it where it would have been a one-on-one woman's conversation. She refused it. She went there with an attitude. She went to Wanda with an attitude, and she was very hostile. She could have at that point addressed the issue because she said beforehand to Martell, I have the number. I will handle Wanda. She could have handled it before the event. She chose to make a spectacle of herself by going there and having that conversation in front of everyone. We as Black women, give me a second. We as Black women have to handle ourselves and hold ourselves accountable for our actions.
So what about Wanda? Where's the smoke?
And for me, Wanda could have done a little better, but so did Mel. Mel went there, but Mel went to her. Wanda didn't go to her. She went to Wanda.
Oh, I see.
And she could have said, you know what? I'm going to leave the event and I'm going to speak to Wanda one-on-one besides the cameras. Mel went there for an altercation. Let's call it what it is.
She
And
said
let's be realistic here.
It was a travesty. That's what it was.
She did her job.
She used Miss Wanda for ratings. She used her.
Use Miss Wanda?
Exactly.
Yes. Miss Wanda's the victim. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, Miss Wanda's
So
a
my
victim?
question
She's a
to each of
victim.
you,
Oh, wow.
my question, so my question to each of you is this.
Can we
Did she go there for Sugar Mama or did she go there for the ratings and the drama?
She was going to Sugar Mama. That's
where it all started at.
She said, I'm going over here to address Miss Wanda for my baby. She said that not once, not twice. She said, I'm going outside to take this woman about talking to my children like that. She's going to keep my children out her mouth.
Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. B and BJ, thank you so much. You told me to block anybody talking about Sugar Mama. Shut
Oh, no,
them
no,
down.
Diva.
But
No,
hold on one
Diva.
second. But hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Let me just say this. Thank you for the super chat. Let me say this. Let me just say this. We all are entitled to our own opinion.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm not going to shut down anybody because of their opinion. You don't have to always agree with me.
Yes.
You don't have to agree with everything, that anybody else says. Your opinion is your opinion, and we're going to sit here and talk about it. And passion. Again, I like your passion. I guess somebody need to help me get my words clear and straight. And the words that are coming out my mouth is, I don't care what the debacle happened. We're not going to question the paternity of Sugar Mama. And then on top of that, let me just say this. Maybe Mel misplaced where she had to handle her business, right? She had to come handle her business with Miss Wanda, okay?
Yes.
She had business to handle, okay? She had to come check Miss Wanda. Now, Passion, we got to agree on this. Let's come to agreement on something, right? Somebody's in these streets questioning the baby daddy of one of your kids. You're not going to find them and check them. If you happen to go to church and you've been looking for this person all this time, and now you look over to the other pew and you like, there she go. I'm going to check you in the church. And then later on,
No, I will not.
God forgive me. But she was questioning the paternity of my daddy, so I'm going to check in the church. Now, I'm not going to check her when I go up and maybe pay my tithes, but I'm going to look at her and say, I'm coming for you, okay? Then as soon as we step outside the church, it's on and popping. I understand you say, oh, it was her business, it was her reopening, it was her ever. This is Shantae, come on, you running up on the pulpit. I'm going to check you. You
Diva.
the paternity of my kid. Yes,
Diva.
I'm listening. Yes.
I will always love you, and I have respected you to the 10th power. I love the advice you always give.
Yes.
There's
Okay.
a time and a place for everything.
Yes.
We don't have to act like fools like Mel did.
Oh my
Mel
God.
act like a fool with a woman who's an entrepreneur who could have at that time take her business behind doors. It's just like a marriage. We take it behind doors.
You have to match energy. Sometimes you have to match.
I don't want to match energy because guess what? When you match energy, you give that other person the control to handle who you are as a person. We have to at that time acknowledge that. I'm sorry if I'm over speaking. I do want to apologize to anyone.
Well, no, I want to piggyback off of what Passion is saying because Mel has all this smoke from Miss Wanda, but when Arion comes up, Melody is ducking and dodging. You can't pay Mel to let Arion come on the screen. So this ain't about no Sugar Mama.
That's not true.
That's
exactly.
That's not true.
Oh yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Then let's bring her on Love and Hip Hop.
Carlos King
One has
addressed
nothing
that.
to do with the other.
No, Carlos King came out and addressed that. He came to the entire cast to bring Ariane on, and nobody wanted her on. She blamed Martell, not Melody. Carlos King
Melody's the one.
said that.
Melanie
but
does not want that woman on. That's an embarrassment to Melanie.
That's what it
Give
is.
you a platform to make no money after you to slept with my husband. That's stupid.
Well,
You know,
That-
the
and she
passion-
produced the show.
We can question
Okay, so let me. So hold on, Passion. Hold on, Passion. So let's be fair here, right? We heard your words, and I appreciate you, and I'm glad you hanging in there, right? And we're gonna have this conversation. So let me just go around the room for 1 second, and everybody try to give it like 60 seconds, or 60 point, maybe 90 seconds. Roy here, how do you feel about what Passion just said? Was Melanie out of pocket and out of line? Should she have waited till she saw Miss Wanda in the grocery store, or called on the phone, or text her? I mean, this is Sugar Mama we're talking about. What do you feel, Roy?
Okay. So y'all know how I'm gonna be like Wendy Williams. I have a right to change my mind. Okay.
Yes.
So I kind of agree with you all that sometimes you got to handle your business where it's at, because I don't know if you talking about my baby. I don't care where we at.
The world,
at the concert,
but the
at
world's
movies, at the
perception.
church, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass, point blank. Period. You're not gonna talk about nobody, especially my child. I'm sorry.
No.
And I expect, and now that I've sit here and listened to this conversation, as Miss Wanda said, I am your elder, and I expect more from Miss Wanda. I expect more from Miss Wanda.
Yep. Like not running after me, not acting a fool, not trying to start all of that, not saying that Martell needs to get a paternity test, and it is what it is. She went too far as the elder in the group. Okay, let's move on. Canelo, really quick. Are you connecting with Passion?
I have to respectfully disagree, because first of all, everybody knows before this fight happened, everybody was on social media watching Wanda saying this about Sugar Mama.
Right.
Mel goes on to Carlos King and says something about Tisha's about her ex-husband being in the well, I don't know if he's still ex or not, but she confronted it said that he was in her DMs. Carlos was like, what did he say? I don't know. Ask Tisha. Tisha is a grown woman, so Tisha can take up for herself. Sugar Mama can't. Sugar Mama is I don't know if she's 3 or 4 or maybe 5. She can't take up for herself. When Wanda made that comment about, and she changed the comment about 5 times, if y'all didn't know.
28.
28, okay. She said 28 times that baby, she didn't say that baby needed a paternity test. She just was talking about the mama being a hoe. But you still saying that the mama, the daddy is not the baby's daddy. So why are you sitting up here saying that when you know good and well that now, let me say this. If Martell had went to Wanda and did this, we would have had a whole different conversation. The whole conversation would be about, he's beating up on the woman. He's going after the woman. Why he's so aggressive? But when Mel do it, I mean, it's basically the same. So
Camilo. I have something to say. Let me interject, please. Let me interject. Here's what I will say, Carmelo. Letitia is someone's daughter, someone's mother.
She's also grown.
Hold on. One moment. Carmelo, I allowed you to speak. I did not interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Please give me the same respect I gave you.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, regardless, your mouth is a weapon. At the end of the day, here is where I will say, if at that point, Mel had enough nerve, and it doesn't matter whether it's a woman. Letitia felt a certain type of way. Letitia is Wanda's daughter. Letitia never questioned it, so we will leave Letitia out of it. It was Wanda as a mother who at that time defended her daughter. Because at the end of the day, whether they're a child or a woman, I had the same thing happen to me. When they questioned, and my children are adults, but at the end of the day, if you question my children's paternity, as a mother, I will be the one to fight. My children are 24 and the other one is 28. If at that point, the father questioned the paternity, if an outsider, the grandmother questioned the paternity, the girlfriend who said that was not his children because they didn't look like him, she was the one who said, went to court and said the same thing. At the end of the day, I'm a mother. Let me give you one thing about a mother. That's my child. That's the blood that bleeds in me. That's what I gave birth for 24 hours. You will never understand the passion that I love my daughter. So for Wanda to feel the way she felt, she's justified. And here is why.
Melody doesn't have the same
I was just gonna say, so Melly's not justified either. That's her baby.
No. You're missing the point.
No,
You're
you
missing
said
the
you as
point.
a mother.
Everybody,
You said as a mother.
can I finish? Can I finish?
You're contradicting yourself.
Can I finish?
Yeah, you're contradicting yourself, though.
No, I'm not. But if you allow me to finish, continue, Diva, because they're talking over me, and I'm going to give them the respect they're not giving me.
Yes.
Well,
Next on the panel.
passion. I think. See, okay, so let's back up for one moment. I think everybody is giving everybody respect and everybody's listening, but passion. What we're trying to say is what you said about Ms. Wanda. Why is that not applicable to Mel?
Because they said Mel deserved to defend Sugar Mama. We're not going to talk about Sugar Mama, but then Wanda is Letitia's mom. That she's a mother. She's a mother hen. She's supposed to protect, no matter what age they are. Protect your children.
Is it my turn?
Okay, so
Yes.
let me let Curve speak. Go ahead, Curve.
Yes.
After Curve's me. After Curve's me.
Okay,
I appreciate Passion's passion, and I appreciate her giving me all the words to set this up. Because Melody is a mother too, of a minor child that's not a taxpayer like Letitia. So you want a taxpayer to take up for a taxpayer, but you don't want a taxpayer taking up for a dependent, a literal dependent. Huh? Okay. And then Wanda's weapon started it all. You said the words are a weapon, your mouth is a weapon. Wanda's weapon started this entire saga.
Yeah.
And then Wanda didn't only question paternity, she was talking about the kid's hair and everything. And then she went on lives and took a break from social media after she lied because she got such backlash from doing the things and saying the things that she was saying against a literal dependent on taxes. And changed her story 2011 times.
Right.
But somehow Wanda's wise, wisdom, elderish self is supposed to have more of a pass to talk for a taxpayer than Melody. So the passion that you have for your kids is only applicable if they're taxpayers, but when they're defenseless minors, literal toddlers, you can't take up for them. You can't say nothing because the passion for a grown taxpayer outweighs the passion for a toddler. Like, I'm so confused at the past.
We are black. We are black, strong women.
Passion, hold on 1 second. Let her finish. Let her finish.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Go ahead.
So the passion that we have for trying to allow Miss Wanda the space to be her ratchet weapon formed against herself, but no room for Melody to protect her child, a literal baby, is confusing to me. And I need to understand. Well, no, I'm never going to understand. You can't make me understand what you're trying to sell. I'm sorry. But my point is that Miss Wanda started it, and Melody had every right to take up for a dependent on her taxes.
Okay. Thank you, Curves.
Diva, can I go?
Okay, but give me a minute, Passion, because I gotta get some others in here.
All right. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I apologize, Diva.
It's fine. Sebastian, what would you like to add to this conversation?
Okay, first I want to say I don't understand in what world does Tisha, a mother, support her mother saying nonsense about the paternity of a friend's child. It doesn't work like that. Never. You don't do that. That is stepping out of your boundaries. You don't get into married people's business. Martell is not your son, nor is Melody is your daughter. So what if the child was not Martell's? Martell signed that birth certificate and recognized his right as a father to that child. That's what last time I checked, it's the law that matters in this country. It's not the biology that matters, it's the law.
All
And the
right.
law says once you recognize said child, it's yours. And it's very hard to remove said name under said birth certificate. I also cannot stand the fact that Tisha's daddy is sliding into Mel's DMs. And first
Nasty.
of all, I don't know why we should be taking advice from Miss Wanda, a woman who has two men. She's a mistress and a wife at the same time.
Check that. Check
Who
that.
takes advice from that? She is basically Arion, a side piece.
Check that. Where they do that
Stop
at?
that. Stop that. Stop that, please.
Okay.
Yes, she
Okay.
is.
So wait 1 second.
But
Finish
she's
the
not
that.
coleslaw, she's baked beans.
Okay. So Sebastian, let me move on real quick. E, what do you want to add to this conversation?
Listen, we cannot be coming down on Miss Wanda like this. Miss Wanda is
Amen.
our elder. Miss Wanda is our, first of all, you have a heart. That's what I said. Have a heart. Have some compassion for someone who is older. To the young lady who came up and said that Miss Wanda misspoke about what Martell meant. He wasn't talking about those four. Well, it's easy to make a mistake. And so everyone deserves grace, especially Miss Wanda. Because listen, she's on a show where she's outnumbered by production. Everybody's cooked the books behind the scenes because it's Mel's production company. And they all are trying to convince us to look at Miss Wanda in a negative light. When I see somebody like Mel, I think about Portia from the Housewives of Atlanta. Somebody
Amen.
who gets a favorable edit and ain't doing nothing but lying and scheming behind the scenes. Listen, Mel, she orchestrated this whole ordeal. Mel, if she knows that Martell is the father
Mhm.
and Martell knows that he's the father, what's all of this foolishness? They never paid Miss Wanda no mind
Exactly.
before, but now all of a sudden you're so angry.
Exactly.
So what's this anger about? What's true about what Miss Wanda is saying? If everything else
Exactly.
she said was so foolish, what about this is not foolish? Because they weren't this mad about the hair comment. Somebody
They
brought up
was.
that the baby's hair needs to be combed. So how come they didn't fight? How come they didn't fight then?
They
Mel
did.
just
They
wanted
did.
They
Mel, not like this.
Yes,
Yes, they
they
Mel,
did. They
did.
had to hold Martell back from Miss Wanda.
Exactly.
well,
Exactly.
but
Did.
Mel was standing
Exactly.
right there. How come she didn't get mad? So she knows that. Well, Mel couldn't get mad about the baby's hair not being combed because Mel don't comb the baby's hair. But let's
It
move
wasn't
forward.
about the
So
baby
we,
hair not being combed.
Amen.
so, so,
Miss Wanda made Miss
but I want
Wanda
to move.
made it,
But I want to move forward. And so
but
when
you
I'm
brought it
talking,
up.
yes, because you corrected me. So I made a mistake like Miss Wanda. So give me some compassion to have a heart. So
Okay.
when I'm
Amen.
Okay.
Oh,
so
gee.
when
And have her
so
comb her children's hair.
yes, and so what I'm saying is this. This reality TV thing. This is a young woman's game. This is a game for Mel and Tisha. And
Right.
so having Miss Wanda on the show and having to remember all of these different lies that Mel has told, and having to remember all these lies that Martell went on with Dr. Heavenly, it will confuse the best of us. Look at President Biden. That's the way we should be looking at. That's the way.
Oh,
No, no, no. That's the way we should be looking at Miss Wanda. Have some compassion. And I just want to implore everybody to kind of see things from that lens. That's important. It's important. And so thank you, Diva, for allowing me to say that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Nina Love, thank you for the super chat. Like mother, like daughter. Remember Tisa commented on Melanie keeping Sugar Mama at the Galentine's party? I do. Messy. They both discussing speaking on a child. You know what? I'ma date myself right now. And let me say this. The old movie, what's that darn movie? That darn movie with what is his name? It was a gangster movie. But anywho, he said in the movie, no woman, no children. You do not mess with the kids, okay? The Scarface. He
Scarface.
said, no woman, no children. Don't mess with the kids. You leave the kid's name out of your mouth. No matter how much we get into it, you don't mention my kid. Let me move
Okay.
on because I
My
got
turn.
some people that need to speak here. Desi, I'm gonna come to you, Canelo. And Canelo, look at your phone. Somebody sent you something.
Okay.
Desi, what do you want to add to this conversation?
Oh,
What are you connecting to what Passion said?
No, I hear what she's saying, but no, because people are speaking, but they're not looking at the episodes or don't remember the episodes. Miss Wanda, the last lady, they're giving Miss Wanda an unfavorable edit. Miss Wanda used her own platform to spew these lies and this hatred. It wasn't on the show. She used her own Instagram, her Facebook live. This is what she went live. We would have never been here if it wasn't for Miss Wanda. And she kept going live and live after live. And then on top of that, Tisha's uncle daddy, Bernard, because we've yet to see Wanda's husband, boyfriend.
Carlos shut her down.
I think it's Bernard, Uncle Daddy. He was threatening people with choppers. That's what she was confronting Bernard about. They was in the car when Miss Wanda was spewing all this hatred. And he was talking about getting the chopper, shooting people and all that other stuff. That they were on their own platform doing it. It was nasty.
Yes, it was.
Nasty. That's how we got here.
Yep.
And then Miss Wanda has continued to speak on those children. It wasn't about uncombed hair. Miss Wanda was bragging on how Letitia's and Marcel's daughters have beautiful long hair. And she believes that Melody kids might get jealous and try to cut their kids' hair. Martell confronted Miss Wanda so bad that they had to pull Miss Martell back because he thought he was going to fight her. That's what Marcel was telling Tisha, get out the way. He really wanted Melody and wanted to fight. He just didn't want Tisha to fight. But he thought that since Martell was standing there and they had already had that altercation, he thought Martell would flip out again. But this all stemmed from Miss Wanda's going on her own platform. Leave production out of this. This was a blessing dropped in production's lap.
Yes, it was.
It was nasty. Leave the small kids out of this.
Drop the facts. Those are facts because let me tell you, I'm going to tell you 100%. Last year, before this, we even knew this was happening, they were still airing the regular shows, but still taping. And so I was reviewing one of the shows and everybody was saying to me, Diva, what about the fight? I'm like, what fight? They said it was all over social media the whole weekend. Where have you been? When I went back and looked, and at that time, they was trying to get Miss Wanda fired from the show. Then she started doing all of these rounds, trying to defend herself and saying that she was only doing what they was paying her to do. She said that she was getting paid to be on the show. She was bringing the smoke like the producers wanted her to. She tried to blame it all on the show, that this wasn't her personality, that she was just giving the show what they wanted, okay? But Miss Wanda was enjoying every minute of it. She was going on her own social media. She started her own YouTube page. She reaped the benefits of these shenanigans that she was feeling. And my thing is, if you want to go ahead and get drama for the show, I don't care what no producer told me. I don't care how much money they giving me. I would tell them straight up, I'm not talking about the kids. The kids. Now you want me to come at Melody and say, oh, she had a side boyfriend or whatever the case may be? All right, I'll throw some smoke there or whatever. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to talk about nobody's children. Even if I knew something, it ain't my business. I didn't hear it. I'm not repeating it. I will not go that low. You gotta have in like some type of bar and standard that you will not go underneath. And my bar is going to stay there. You're not going to get me for no amount of money to come beneath my level of standard. So Miss Wanda, even if they told her to, she has no standards. She's got a loan. She's got the sniper. And like she said, you can't, editing is not going to change what she said in that beauty supply store. And what she said was, I said what I said. I said that the kid is not Martell's. I said that Martell need to go get a paternity test. And she was ready to pull up a picture of this other guy that she claimed Sugar Mama looks like. That's messy. That's not editing. That's what came out of your mouth. She said what she said, and she was messy. Period.
My question is, My question is, where
She
passionate go?
left.
Yeah, what happened to passionate? Because my question would have been, what if Miss Van would go around saying things about Tisha's son is gay? People been talking about that. So what if she was to do something that ignorant? Then what? You know, it'll be a whole different ball game.
It would be a
It
whole
would be a
different.
whole
You
different.
don't talk about the kids.
Right.
And so, the kids really don't decide to be a part of this show. It's the parent.
Right.
And I get it that the kids are kind of almost like, they're on it because their parents are on it and we get to see them and it's nice seeing them grow up. But it is hard for those kids. Even the adult kids, like when they get older, the kids from the Housewives of New Jersey said it was a little bit rough. Candy's daughter says it's a little bit rough. You know what I mean? Like kids have enough to go through. I get it. Their parents are on the show. I'm not mad at the parents, but listen, make your money. But as the audience, we don't have to drag the kids in it. If you notice, I don't never go there really with the kids. I don't go there with the kids. I'm not saying nobody kid is ugly. I've heard other people go that low and do stuff like that. I don't go there with the kids.
No.
And even in my own personal life, I don't care who I get into it with. I ain't never coming for your kids. This is between you and me. Okay.
Right.
And we gonna get down with the get down. But I'm telling you this, I like to stay pretty calm, but I will catch you where I catch you if I catch my kid's name coming out your mouth. Okay. It's gonna be in the ShopRite, it's gonna be in the Target, it's gonna be in the Walmart, it's gonna be in the church parking lot, or maybe in the church. But you gonna
Wherever
keep
you
my
get the
kid's
smoking, where
name.
you get it.
Well, you gonna get it where you get it. If my kid name coming out your mouth, then I'm gonna catch you where I catch you. Okay, but I may not catch you again.
Diva, can I add to that?
Yes, you can.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Until Marlo, Nene's oldest son stayed in a lot of trouble. His he got arrested on stealing razors out of Walmart. I mean, he was. They never brought the other cast member never brought that up until Marlo came.
Yeah,
Kenya's situation, because even they knew we gonna leave these kids alone.
100%.
And we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
But Diva, before you move forward, I want to agree with you because, and I think because I saw Passion write this in the chat for everybody who can't see it. Passion did agree with what Diva said before she dropped off. I'm not sure why she had to drop off, and I agree with what Diva said as well. I don't agree with talking about young children and blasting them. So I want to make that clear. I agree with that. I think that's fair. But. So I'm not saying that Miss Wanda, she said everything I would say because I'm not Miss Wanda, but me putting myself in Miss Wanda's shoes, I just don't like to see anybody getting ganged up on. And I think Miss Wanda gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the viewers, and they paint her to be the villain. And I think we need to hold Mel accountable and call her out. But I agree, the little kids especially, unless it's King Harris, leave the kids out
of it. Listen, you know what? Let me. You know what? We can throw that into the conversation, right? Because here's the thing that I think about him that's unfortunate. I think sometimes you do get a wild card, maybe when you have 3 or 4 kids, right? And I also think this too. Every kid cannot be disciplined the same, right? Some kids, you could just simply talk to them and be like, stop, and they ain't never going to do nothing. That other kid, you may have to say stop. You may have to punish them. You may have to take everything out their room, and they still won't freaking stop. And then you have to follow them to the school, pick them up as soon as they come out that school door. Like, so every kid you have to, raise them a little bit differently. And so I just personally think, not saying I'm 100% correct, but I've noticed a lot in our community. When I say our, I mean the Black community, right? When you grow up in when I say nothing, I don't mean like just dirt bottom poor, but when you grow up and you don't have much, your thought process sometime in your head is that not that you can't stand your parents, right? But you think like, I'm going to do better. In each generation, you should want to rise up and do better, right? But in thinking I'm going to do better, sometimes indirectly you spoil the kids to the point of almost no return for some of them, right? Because you think that I'm going to give them, but you got to know how to give and how to pull back when you need to pull back, right? So by default, because I only have one kid, my son has way more than I ever had growing up, but I got 3 siblings, right? And my mother was a single parent. My kid don't know nothing about ever sharing a room with nobody. Where I shared a room with my sisters. You see what I mean? So my privacy was my little corner of my room, where his privacy is his whole entire room. Growing up, I didn't have no TV in my room. My son got a TV, a this, a that. He got a cell phone. People used to have to call my house phone and see. My mother would say after a certain hour, you couldn't get no phone calls. Okay, so we would have tricks where I told my girlfriend, call 2 times and hang up, and I'm gonna know it's you, and then I'm gonna call you. I'm can call you back. You understand? So that's how I grew up. But now my son got his cell phone. They have access to him 24/7. So King, unfortunately, he's a spoiled brat as a result of growing up with parents that had access to everything and tons of money. He never wanted for anything. And I do get that sometimes when a kid is so out of control, you got to say, let them bump their head and then they'll come back to you. Because if you keep trying to stop them from bumping their head, they don't learn nothing. I hope and pray that his last bump on his head will be his turnaround point rather than it truly being just his last bump on his head. He's headed in the wrong direction, and he is headed. See, and another thing is they think they gangster in their street until they get in that jail. And that jail will tear the freak down. Okay? Because you're going to get in there with some true gangsters. He's this little play street gangster, and he don't know the real true life. Let me tell you something. If somebody really pow his little butt, he going to be hurt, okay? If he actually has to spend time in a prison or even a jail, he's going to learn real quick that this ain't the life you want. That boy is used to being pampered.
Have y'all seen that show, Beyond
I used to watch
Straight?
it a lot. I used to watch it a lot.
He's like an Xbox gangster. He's not. He's the Xbox gangster. That's what these little kids are these days. They're Xbox gangsters. They sit at home. They watch real hardcore people online, and then they say it, and then they do it. But the only place they say it and do it is Xbox. So,
I feel for him. And I do feel for Tiny and T.I. because it's so hard when you have a child that you want everything for, and they out there in that street life thinking they gangster. It's a mess. But guys, listen, I love y'all. I always have fun doing these recasts with y'all. We are going to spin around the room and get our last thoughts and our last words. But before I do, hashtag keep Sugar Mama's name out your mouth. Okay? Dr. Love, what do you want to say? How do you want to close this thing out?
Okay, I'm going to close it out with, we forgot to mention that Sugar Mama cannot talk and hold a full sentence. Because normally, when these kids are being talked about, they get online and handle that other adult. Okay, so Sugar Mama is not grown enough, or she can't even say a full sentence. So I just want to say that. And like I said before, Melody had to come and bring those ratings up, and thanks to Wanda for helping her or helping the situation.
Thank you, Wanda.
That's it.
Thank you, Dr. Love. Good night. Desi, how do you want to end this? What are your final words?
Keep the kids out your mouth.
Hello.
Just keep the kids out your mouth.
Hello. Thank you. Kurz, what are your final words?
This hashtag. And if you don't want no weapons, then everybody should just take Marceau. Didn't Marceau say some BS like, oh, well, if nobody talks about anybody, then nobody will be talked about. Yeah, but just keep the kids' names out your mouth. That's it, 20 girlfriend.
Yeah, and he is a gaslighter. Let me tell you, he could write the book on gaslighting.
Yeah.
And anybody who wants to learn it will be a bestseller. And I forgot we didn't mention that the cousin Bernard said he was going to put hands or do something to Melanie. He's messy.
Oh, I didn't see that one, but I do know that she said it. I do remember she said it, but I forgot that I didn't see the initial video when he said it, but I know Wanda basically was dragging them because I've been watching all those videos.
Yeah, it's a mess. Sebastian, your final words?
My final words are keep kids out of your mouth. But this is message to kids. When you got to get involved, when you have the capability of getting involved, get involved too and drag them hard. According to reports, there are reports coming out on Jersey. Gabriella, Teresa's daughter, who barely speaks, and I've only heard 2 words from her.
Never.
From her whole time on this show, is gonna gather the Gorgas, and I can't wait to see it.
That you know, yeah, we go. Okay, we'll talk about it when it comes up. But you want to know what's sad about that is that they're actually family, and what's so sad is to see how they just never got along this whole time. But I will say this. I do believe what the Gorga said that their own what is her name? Teresa never wanted them on that show. Yeah. And you know what I think is sad? You better believe, and I got 2 sisters and 1 brother, and you better know this. If there's an opportunity to have a show and they can come on that show with me and cash in the dollars, they're gonna come on the show and cash in the dollars.
I'm not doing that.
And I'm not going to disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect my own family. I just will. Yeah. Like we are thick as thieves. Like literally, you know, me and my sister just came from the city today, seeing my dad, you know, taking him, you know, to his appointments or whatever the case may be. But I will tell you this right now: if I was starving, my sisters and my brother and everybody would be over here like helping me out. My brother is very techie and he's been waiting for me. Like as soon as I said I'm starting this YouTube channel, he said he's going to come up and do all this techie stuff. But I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, because you know, you're going to have to show me how to do it. But all I'm saying is that he was ready to support me and set everything up. And now because of that person that came up with the what you call it, they're doing all that, I got to have him come set me up so that I won't have a mishap like that and I could shut it down really quickly. But I just wouldn't be so, you know, jealousy is real and it's sad. I think with the Judices, a lot of jealousy is there and it's sad. It's your own family.
It's very. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You know, it's the Gorgas who have issues with the Judices. Come on now, we're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna blame it on Teresa.
Oh,
we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that.
We'll get to that when we get to that, Sebastian. Really? But we'll move on. E, what are your final words?
Well, I can't leave without addressing that person who said Sugar Mama can't speak a full sentence. Well, neither can Miss Wanda. So we have to make sure that we being fair across the board. And like I said, have a heart. That's what I said. Have a heart. Thank you, Diva, for allowing me to say my piece.
Yeah, but do we always have to have a heart for somebody who doesn't have a heart?
No.
Aren't you supposed to do unto others what you want done unto you?
Yes.
You treat people without a heart.
You always kill me. I cannot. I love having you come here. I cannot. But anyway, Roy, did I get to you your final words?
My final words. This episode was very interesting. It was. I was just really. I love Mel. I've always really liked Mel, and I love the growth that she has had over the past couple of years. And I just wish she would have handled it a little bit differently. But like y'all said, I've listened and I understand now. You're not gonna talk about my baby, and if you do, I'm pulling up on site wherever we at, and wherever the smoke go off, it just go off. Period. Secondly, my poor favorite couple, Maurice and Kimmy. My poor Kimmy, she almost fell over. She was just looking so cute out there and beautiful, and they pushing my girl down because she trying to stop Maurice and get him together, and just it was just a horrible episode. Like Sebastian said, the food, just the presentation, horrible. Get it out of here.
Sure enough nasty, like Mel said. She said it's sure enough nasty.
And Destiny, we just need to forget about this whole thing. Let's go get some real therapy. Let's get off this TV and get some real help. Because for real, mentally and emotionally, Destiny is so disconnected. She needs some help. She needs some help.
Does.
There was no reason that she shouldn't have been able to gather herself to continue on with the launch of your business. I love the way Kim and Letitia really broke it down to her, like, girl, like, no, your energy is all the way off. What are you doing? Get it together. You shouldn't let anybody come into your business and throw you down like that. So,
and all because of a Gucci purse.
Let me tell you something.
$2,000 purse.
Curves. If you want to come apologize to me and you got 24 roses and a Gucci bag, trust me, we probably gonna be friends for life. I accept your apology. Okay, give me a hug. Give me a hug. I got a hug. Love you, girl. Okay, love you, girl. Camilla, what's your final words?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Now, Curves.
Yes.
Now, what if this is Toya and she gives you a Gucci purse and some flowers? Are you still taking it and we're going to be besties with Toya?
As soon as I check to make sure that shit's not stolen. Because I'm not accepting any stolen goods. I'm not going to use this.
You gotta warn us when you do that. You gotta warn us when you do that.
Stolen from Manila's house.
Oh my God. You know you wrong.
Okay, go ahead, Nilo. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. I had to do that.
Oh my God.
That was so wrong.
Listen,
that helped. That everybody's been telling me that, right? That Stormi said Destiny lost that purse. Yo, Destiny, she needs help. She needs help. Yeah. I'm done. She needs help. Period. Point blank. Like I said, how disrespectful. I promise you I would have never told the person that I lost the freaking purse. I would have never. And I mean never. Let me tell you, one of these bracelets like this, I can't even show it to y'all. But this one right here, my girlfriend gave it to me one Christmas, right? I swear to goodness, one day I must have took it off. I usually put all my jewelry in the same place. I don't know where I set that thing. I was praying, I was looking, I was praying. I promise you I was about to go to the store and get another one, but I would have never told her I lost it. Like, get out of here. Destiny is trash for that. Canelo, what's your final words?
All I'm gonna say is nobody ruined that swap meet thrift store opening that she had. Nobody, I mean, for her to have the same attitude that she had, Wanda and Melody did bring some attention to the swap meet. She should be happy she did get the little business that she did, even though nobody bought anything, but that was your fault because you should have had the registers open. But I can't wait to see next week when Stormi drag her behind for losing that purse.
And did you see how well Stormi and Destiny was getting along at the end of the episode with all
okay. Let me tell you, I'm not just because of the purse, right? But I really looked at Stormi differently because she apologized. I can get with anybody who's woman enough to apologize, okay? So the fact that she came to your store, she want to see you succeed as a businesswoman, and at the end of the day, Stormi is making hand over fist cash. So if anybody you want to talk to about business, it would be her. So that's why I'm telling you, Destiny has a jealousy issue. Instead of her looking at people that where she wants to be and thinking, let me get information from them, let me see how they can help me rise to the top, she gets jealous. She's jealous of Melanie, in my opinion. She's jealous of Stormi, in my opinion. But Stormi was the bigger woman, came to your spot, apologized to you, and you couldn't even accept her apology because you're so in your feelings like a little toddler. Destiny, if you're listening, grow up.
Do better.
Do better. Thank you, Canelo. Do better. Right? Do better.
Beloved, you got to grow.
She got a lot of growing to do.
Beloved, you got to grow.
Physically, mentally, and in that store, because she didn't make not one sale. I want to see the receipts from the store. She's probably in the negative. Sell some stuff, Destiny. But anyway, guys, I love y'all. Tomorrow night, thank you, who said Kate. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Listen, tomorrow night, I mean, it's on and popping. It's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, and I think finally the Wicked Witch is gone. I want to say that Lisa Renner has finally met her match. Kathy Hilton, friend of the show, took her down. Okay, we about to see this go down, people, and we're gonna have fun with it. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will definitely chat back. I had a fun with y'all tonight, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Good night, everybody. Love you guys.
Yeah.